Hi everyone, and welcome back to another video here on the channel. And this video is probably going to go up a little bit later this Sunday because we actually had a different video planned for today and plans actually changed and we're making this instead. So we hope you enjoy this video. We're going to have some fun in the garden and we're also going to be looking at some of the obedience training that Copper has been doing. Anyway, let's just get into it. Ow. Storm. Down. Go. So let's talk about first what I did have planned for today and why that changed. So I had a big video planned on basically following some of the obedience that we've been doing with Copper. Then yesterday I took Copper out to the sheep and I didn't film that, and we tried to do some obedience there and we had some good improvements. And then the plan today was to go and film us at the sheep early in the morning and then put that up today. But unfortunately, last night Copper had another episode with her eyes, and it's somewhat annoying because we've went a week and a half without any episodes, and then randomly last night we had another episode. So I decided that we weren't going to do that today, that we were going to have a more chilled out day for Copper. So let's talk about what that means. Again, we are taking Copper to the vets. We're going to wait till the opening Monday and go for an appointment at the vets again to have another look at that. This is the third episode. It looks like it's Horner's disease. So Horner's disease is where there's been some sort of injury to the neck or the head, which is restricting that nerve which allows the eye to open and close. And sometimes it can take months, or it can even be much more prolonged than that, but it can take a while to properly heal. And Copper, we think it was first injured roughhousing with Kate, and a couple of days ago Copper actually fell off a wall and we think that could have re-injured it, but we're going to go to the vets and get it checked out anyway. If it is something more serious, what does that mean for Copper? With the passion and drive she has, we probably will go ahead with sheepdog training. It's my sort of opinion that for life to be worth living, it's worth living and not just existing. And she's got the go and she's got the drive and she obviously enjoys it. So we won't be holding her back in that respect. We're just going to have to be mindful from what we do with Copper, and we're going to have to keep a closer eye on her from here. But it's not going to stop sheepdog training, but at the moment we are going to be having a bit of a rest from that. Another update on Copper sheepdog training: we are going to be going down next week. We're going to go back to sheep, providing that she has no more episodes, and we're going to be going down a slightly different route with Copper than what we have with the other dogs previously, and I'm going to leave that there and we'll pick that up next weekend and we'll see what we're going to do. But yeah, the reason for that is Copper is actually probably more forward than the other dogs have been at this stage. She has a lot of confidence, she's very fearless. So yeah, we're going to go down a slightly different path. Normally I would get them out with older dogs and they would learn off that. Copper's a bit too forward, and actually she's going to need some slowing down before going out with an older dog because she might rush in front of them. So we're going to go down a slightly different path. You can see there that Storm is warming up to Copper very well now. I'd actually go as far as saying they're pretty good friends. Storm's definitely become a lot more tolerant of her and not so grumpy with her, which is really brilliant. Like I say, the pack accepted Copper. Copper! She's over there eating leaves. Copper! Anyway, the pack accepted Copper fairly quickly. Storm was a bit grumpy. As now we can see, there's actually a bit of friendship developing between them. I would say Kate and Copper have ended up the closest for now. It's probably because they're both living in the house together, but she does love to play with both Echo quite a bit as well. And she does try and get Storm to play, and Storm does play along for a little while, but definitely Storm was grumpier in the beginning, but now yeah, they seem to be getting on really well. Okay, so we're going to do a quick rundown of what we've been doing obedience-wise with Copper. So one of the things we've been doing a lot more impromptu sessions in the house. So instead of doing proper sessions, every now and again, 3-4 times a day, I'm going doing 3 or 4 lie downs with her, giving her plenty of praise and moving on. The big step, one that I would have liked to have done really before we'd went to sheep, but just with Copper's episodes and the stop and starting of her obedience training and the shorter days has meant it was harder, but we're trying to do some field obedience, so obedience in the environment that would also encounter sheep. And I've got a video here of exactly what we're doing, so let's have a look at that for a little while, and then we'll come back and enjoy these dogs running about having fun in the garden. So that'll do, that'll do, hit, that'll do, good gal. So what I'm doing there is when I want the that'll do, I'm just holding the lead tight so she can't go any further away from me. I'm not pulling her back, I'm not yanking at her, I'm just holding that lead tight until she decides to make that decision to come back to me. Lie down, lie down, lie down, lie down, good gal. And then with the lie down, I'm asking for the lie down, I'm waiting for the full lie down, and then I'm waiting for her to lock onto me and not what's in the environment, to show that she is giving me attention, and then I'll give her the treat. Lie down, lie down, good girl. That'll do, that'll do, that'll do, that'll do, good girl. Lie down, lie down, lie down, good gal, good gal, Copper. Come on. Come. Lie down, lie down, lie down, lie down. Good gal. Good gal. Lie down. Lie down. Lie down. Lie down. Copper, lie down. Good dogs. Hello, Echo. You big silly boy. Go on. Go on.